And there is no interference with balls that are in play. We thank you for your cooperation. Thanks for helping to make Missions baseball enjoyable for everybody. It's a beautiful day for a ball game, and happy Father's Day to all the dads. We are so glad you're here with us, one and all. We're going to have a good time. You ready? Let's play ball!
Round Rock, which is behind the Missions by a game and a half, they have a night game tonight. Their home game against Tacoma does not start until 6:05, so in all likelihood, although you never know, we should be finished and done with our work here by the time they get underway up at Dell Diamond. We are about to get started. Aaron Wilkerson's first pitch of the afternoon to Abraham Almonte is outside, and the count is 1-0. First pitch at 2:06. Weather-wise, a little bit toasty out there. It's 89 degrees, partly cloudy, with the humidity feels more like about 96. And the 1-0 pitch inside to Almonte, who drew a 4-pitch walk to begin last night's game. Among the league leaders in free passes with 39. He's hitting .238 this year, and he takes highs. Just like that, it's 3 balls, no strikes. For Wilkerson, coming off by far his worst outing of the year, he had only allowed 3 runs going into his start Monday in Vegas, and then could not get out of the first inning, and he just missed high and walks Almonte. So that's 2 days in a row that Abraham has started the ball game with a 4-pitch walk. Got 8 steals and 10 attempts as Domingo Leyba, another switch hitter, will climb in, exchanging pleasantries for a moment with plate umpire Lee Myers and mission catcher Jacob Nottingham. For Wilkerson, in that last appearance, it was Monday night in Vegas. Missions lost 17-7. Aaron went 2/3 of an inning, gave up a couple of home runs, and was charged with 6 of the 8 runs that Vegas ended up scoring in the opening frame. First pitch on the way to Leyba. Off speed is in there for a strike, 0-1. Domingo, who's hit 10 home runs, that matches his career high. And one thing to make note of, that 5 of his 10 home runs have been hit in the first inning this year. Overall, hitting .291. He is among the league leaders in hits. As Wilkerson's next one is inside, the count evens up at 1-1. Monday's outing in Vegas was Aaron's 100th career minor league start, and the 2/3 of an inning, and he needed 40 pitches to get 2/3 of an inning under his belt. That was the shortest start of his career. The 6 earned runs matched a career high. Even with that, he comes in, you look at his ERA, it's 1.59. It was 0.4 going into his last start. But a 1.59 ERA, based on pitchers who have logged at least 40 innings this year, that's still the second best in the PCL. No score, just underway, and a swing and a miss by Leyba. So Domingo backing out of the box. Behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Manny Tomas is waiting on deck. Reno with the traveling road grays. Reno in script across the front in dark blue. Missions wearing their midnight blue tops and home white pants. Center fielder Corey Spangenberg shaded a bit toward left center, and a fastball is upstairs to Leyba to even the count at 2-2.
Yeah, so far the command of Aaron's fastball up high. He's getting everything up, but a couple of breaking balls, especially against the left-hand batters, pretty nasty and sharp going inside.
I will say this, when you look at Wilkie's career, he's had 9 previous starts where he had given up 5 earned runs or more. He has bounced back pretty well from those games as Leyba fouls it back. If you look at his starts immediately after those games, his ERA is under 3.70 and the opposition hitting 2.20. So he has been, I guess you would say, resilient in those cases. Leadoff walk by Almonte, who takes his lead from first. The count is 2-2 on Leyba, who had 2 hits, including a double and 2 RBIs last night. And a throw to first base will drive Almonte back. Mission's pitching on the homestand has been outstanding after finishing the road trip by giving up 17 runs in Vegas. San Antonio's ERA through the first 4 games of this homestand is just under 160. Wilkerson from the stretch delivers, and that one punched off the hands to the left side. Going to be a tough play for Hager, who throws to first but late. So that'll be an infield single. It was a good pitch by Wilkerson. He really came in on the hands of Leyba, and Domingo just kind of punching one off the fist slowly to the left side of the infield. It was too far out of the reach for Wilkerson to have a chance to get it. And by the time Hager got to it, there was just no way that they were going to be able to get Leyba. So a walk and an infield hit. Marino with a couple of guys on to get the afternoon started, and now we wade into the heart of the order, starting with first baseman Yasmani Tomas, who started in the outfield last night, and then late in the game, when Marino went with that 5-man infield, Tomas came in and played first base in that alignment. He was 1 for 6 last night. Tomas with 20 home runs on the season. That would be the 4th highest total in the league. Wilkerson delivers, and a breaking ball is in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Tomas has been a beast under the sun. Half of his 20 home runs have come in day games, and what makes that pretty remarkable is that he's only played 16 day games. Got 10 home runs. Of course, 4 of those came in one game the 3rd week of May when he had that 4-homer, 8 RBI game, a day game against Tacoma. Wilkerson's 1-0 is swung on and fouled back, so the count is 1 ball and a strike. Aaron, in his 6th professional season, is 4th with Milwaukee. Went to Manola College in Texas and then Cumberland University, NAIA program. Set the NAIA record for consecutive scoreless innings as well as consecutive wins. While he was at Cumberland, and a throw to second base. They've got Almani picked off. Keston Hira, the second baseman, there to receive the throw. Boy, that is a big out. Got 2 on and nobody out, and you get yourself picked off second base. So put that down as a 1-4. So now you got 1 out, and Leyba is at first.
Well, you eliminate the man in scoring position, eliminate 1 man less, especially with a dangerous hitter like Tomas at the plate. Boy, that was a pretty good move. Perfect in time.
Now they've got Keston on the left side of the infield, and a breaking ball outside to Tomas. 2 balls and a strike. Yasmani, who played in the Cuban major leagues, defected from Cuba in late 2014, and he did not tell his family of his plans until about an hour before he actually left the island. He spent 16 hours on a boat before landing in Haiti and eventually took up residence in the Dominican Republic, and he punches a slow ground ball through the right side. Rounding second is Leyba. He'll head to third. So Tomas beats the shift badly because they had Keston Hira on the shortstop side of second. That ball was not hit hard at all, but you got a big chunk of real estate to work with on the other side of the field. So Leyba, who hit a slow rolling single off the hands, is now at third, and you see, at least for the moment, how important it was to get that pick off at second on Almonte.
A couple of weird hits there.
A little bit.
A couple of good pitches there, Jim, and the hitter, as you pointed out. The Leyba hit, and then Tomas, didn't matter how soft he hit it, found the hole, perfect spot. Even though Reno lost a runner on that pickoff play, still have a chance with runners at the corners and a dangerous Wyatt Matheson stepping in.
Matheson coming back home to Texas, and he is obviously happy to be back based on his hitting on this road trip as he takes a strike. He has had multiple hits in all 4 games on the trip, 3 in Round Rock and then again last night. And in those 4 games, the Corpus Christi native is 10 for 14. 3 home runs, a double, and 9 runs batted in. He's also hit safely in his last 10 road games, and he's hitting .500 in those. He swings and misses as Wilkerson came up with a fastball, elevated it a bit, and the count is 0-2. Matheson, who played 90 games between the Pirates AA and AAA clubs last year. He was signed as a minor league free agent by Arizona last November. Right-handed batter, pretty much a straight up and down stance, a little bend in the knees, and a half swing. He went around, and again Wilkerson going up. And Matheson fooled by the pitch, so a big strikeout for Aaron. And now there are 2 outs, and old buddy Cody Decker, the former Mission, is coming up to the plate.
The rising fastball, Matheson, indecisive, but he couldn't resist. Boy, even though it hasn't been that great of an inning for Wilkerson, he has a great opportunity to escape trouble.
Not great in terms of base runners, but you got 2 base hits that if you put them together, they may have had an exit velocity of 50 miles an hour. Cody Decker, I would imagine it's got to be a little strange for him to be standing up at that plate wearing a visitor's uniform. He last played with the Missions in 2013, and he swings and misses 0-1 the count. This would be Cody's first start since June the 7th. So far with Reno hitting .230 with 5 home runs and 15 driven in. His second year back with Reno in the PCL. Cody well-traveled after spending a lot of years in the Padres organization, the team that drafted him out of UCLA. And he's fooled on a pitch that breaks away, and he can't hold up, so the count is now 0-2.
Yeah, good move, and especially on the pitch that Aaron used to strike out Matheson, that slider away, and even Decker was indecisive. Boy, just couldn't resist.
Cody Decker was in the Padres organization from 09 when he was drafted out of UCLA through 2015 as a throw to first base. Actually, throw to first base will drive the runner back, and then he signed with Kansas City. He was part of the Missions 2011 championship squad. He missed a lot of that season when he suffered a very severe ankle sprain in a game right here at Wolf Stadium, and I think it was May that year. But he returned in time for the playoffs, and a swing and a miss, down he goes. So Wilkerson strikes him out. Good job by Wilkie to get out of that. Picked the runner off and then leads runners on the corners by picking up a couple of strikeouts. So we have played a half inning here at the Wolf.